Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, January 1st, 2019, so the first upload of the new year. Anyway, continuing my experiments with contactors for applying electric power to a Marx tin litho car. And trying to find something that's absolutely simple to do. Now, I've done the hacksaw blade, I've done the brass strip, and those are really, really simple, but nothing beats this. I call this Benz button contactor. It is one piece, and as you see, it is just a gravity controlled button that rides on the third rail. It's really, really simple. And best of all, of course, is the fact that it works. So I've found a tin litho car that had a hole in it already, and opened it up so it would accept a hollow wall anchor, as you see. And the hollow wall anchor is just a plastic insulator. And then this steel rod with an aluminum knob on the end of it. And this is actually just an old part off a dictaphone, a push to talk button. Anyway, really, really simple. The nice thing about it, of course, is the fact that it works. So I've just threw this together and wanted to do a quick demo on this. So we'll turn the power on, and as you see, that works absolutely perfectly. No muss, no fuss, and best of all, it is literally a 2-minute job to make this. So put the locomotive in forward. I'm going to push this around the track, and then we'll pull it around. Anyway, this is the first test of this, so I wanted to document it. Let's see how this works. Benz button contactor. As you see, it's flicker free. Really, really simple application, and it only takes 2 minutes to do this, literally. Alright, so we pushed it around the track. Let's move it back here and pull it around the track and see how this goes. So, make some space. Throw this on the consist. And it is ready to run. Alright, let's see what happens. So as you see, it's flicker free. It works absolutely perfectly. One single part. So basically a weighted contactor and a plastic insulator. No muss, no fuss, no springs, no screws, no nothing. This works really, really well. And it's about as simple as you can get. And I'm trying to find something that the average person can just add to a tin litho car without having a bunch of tools required to do it. So this works. It's a great basis for a brand new way to power these cars. As you see, there's lots of lighted cars on here, 2 lighted cabooses, and of course the new button contactor that appears to work just absolutely perfectly. No flicker at all that I can see anyway. And that button is made of aluminum, so it's not even a good conductor. So I will very likely make another one and make one out of brass. I'd like to make one out of copper, but copper is expensive. So anyway, I just want to do a quick video on this. It works. It's really, really simple. One moving part, no muss, no fuss, just a insulator and that little weighted contactor. No springs, no nothing. And this is never going to wear out, and it's never going to fail. It requires virtually no tools to install it. And best of all, of course, is the fact that it works. This is working really, really well. And it is really robust. It's almost impossible to destroy it. So take it back off, put the locomotive in neutral, pull this off the track, and again, as you see, one simple gravity activated plunger, and that's all this thing is with an insulator. So it's a hollow wall anchor, and like I said, this thing is just riding directly on the rail and powered completely by gravity. The nice thing about it, of course, is the fact that it works. It works just splendidly. And that's with an aluminum knob on the end of it. If I used brass or copper, it would work even better than this. So I just want to do a quick video on this. A really simple way to power a car. And it adds almost no drag because there's no spring involved. You're basically just dragging this thing across that third rail. And it has almost no resistance because it's only touching the track right there, as you can see. So a really simple way to do this. It doesn't require any springs, and this thing is really, really crude. I mean, I just threw this together, and it still works, and it works absolutely perfectly. So it wouldn't take much to actually build one that would work better than this. And again, I'm looking for something that the average person can do with hand tools. You know, a drill and a screwdriver kind of thing. You can do it right there on your layout without having to spend hours fabricating something. And I don't think you can find anything as simple as this. And this is about as simple as you can get, and yet it works. And gravity activated, so no spring involved. It's never going to wear out. And that hollow wall anchor is just stuck through that hole. It's not epoxied, it's not glued, it's not anything right now. And yet it's working absolutely perfectly. So, and this, I'm using bell wire, which is solid wire. Use a soft wire, it'll work even better. So anyway, I just want to do a quick video on this. It works. It works really, really well. It is virtually instant. I built this in less than 2 minutes. I spent more time making that hole, enlarging it to fit that hollow wall anchor. So I just stuffed the hollow wall anchor through the hole. It's a good friction fit. Cut it off with a pair of wire cutters and stuck that weighted knob up through there. As you see, it's really, really simple. So you could use a very likely a brass rod and do exactly the same thing. And just put a small knob on it to weight it and to give it some contact area. Anyway, it works. It works really, really well. It's really simple. It's straightforward. It's robust. It's never going to wear out, and it costs virtually nothing to do this. This is about as simple as you can get, and it runs absolutely flicker-free. Now let's put it back on the locomotive, and again, we're going to push this around the rail. Put this in forward. Let's take it around one more time. Whoops. Hold on. There we go. Forgot to put the consist back on. All right, here we go. Take this around one more time. So Benz button contactor. As you see, that works just absolutely splendidly. So I will continue my experiment on this. All the shops are closed today, of course. So tomorrow I'll go down and get very likely a brass rod and build a much better version of this. But I foresee this working really, really well. Anybody can make one of these. It only takes a minute to do it. Literally, it only takes a minute to do this. And there's nothing to wear out. Absolutely nothing to wear out at all. So this is just a crude experiment, but as you see for yourself, it works absolutely perfectly. So a bit of finesse and some finish work. And like I said, I will go down tomorrow and very likely get a piece of brass rod and make a nice contactor. And I think as far as powering a tin litho car, the problem has been solved. This is really, really simple, as you can see. And it will work on 2 wheels. It'll work with trucks. It'll work with Lionel. It'll work with Marx. It will work with anything. It's simple. It's really simple. And it has no springs. It's never going to wear out. It'd be almost virtually impossible to break it. And it takes approximately 2 minutes to install this on the car. Anyway, I just want to do a quick video on this. So Benz button contactor. It's simple. It's robust. Best of all, it costs virtually nothing, and it works. So a great way to start the new year, I think. Just wanted to do a quick video on this. Like I said, tomorrow I'll build a nicer one, and I'm sure it'll work better than this, and this one already works perfectly. So anyway, just want to do a quick video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email. BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.